The book's path to becoming this global phenomenon is really a two-act story. First, it had this burst of critical acclaim, then a long quiet period, and then, boom, an explosive viral comeback. So, check this out. It was published in 2011 and almost immediately won the super prestigious Orange Prize for Fiction in 2012, which is a huge deal. But then, near silence for almost a decade. Then, all of a sudden, in 2021, it just explodes on TikTok, pushing sales past 2 million by the very next year. What a remarkable journey, right?
Of course, anytime something gets this popular, it's gonna spark some critical discussion. The book isn't universally seen as a perfect masterpiece, and it's definitely worth understanding the critiques.
So, for instance, one critic, E.F. Sunland, called it a lukewarm rehashing of the original. The argument there is that, while it's definitely emotional, the novel maybe leans on some familiar story beats and doesn't quite have the same creative spark as Miller's later book, Circe. And this really gets to the heart of the whole debate. On one side, the book gets tons of praise for its emotional depth, its beautiful prose, and how it humanizes these larger-than-life legends. But on the other side, it's critiqued for using some familiar tropes and maybe not offering a ton of new insight for people who are already experts in Greek mythology. But in the end, the book's power doesn't really come from the epic battles or the gods. It's all about finding this relatable, intensely human love story right in the middle of an ancient myth. It takes something legendary and makes it feel deeply, deeply personal. Honestly, the success of the Song of Achilles is just proof of the incredible power of retelling old stories for a new generation. And it leaves us with this really compelling question. What other myths, what other legends or histories are just sitting there waiting for the right voice to come along and make them resonate all over again?